How you doing? Your Joel here. If you've ever felt hated, rejected, or attacked for no good reason, it's actually a confirmation. I know it's been a confirmation for me. So to all generals, hold the line. Don't be discouraged when you run into difficulties and attacks because they're going to come. The hates, the strange looks, the murmurs behind closed doors, in your families, within your church. It's not ordinary. It's tactical. It's spiritual warfare. Trust me. People tend to be afraid or confused of things that seem different to them. Energy shift when we come around. Now people could see God's spirit on us, and admittedly so, they'd be like, the works prove that you can't do this by yourself. But then there are others that see the works and still will assign, oh, you're worldly, oh, you have a demon in you. I'm like, for real? I'm like, but I'm bringing everybody here to, hey, listen, our esteemed King, Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah, he said, very eccentric for his ethos and time. Okay, so much so that some said he has a demon in him. Yeah, really? This dude has real. Yeah. So my point is, and that's why Jesus said what he did about what we're going to go through, because he knew that these things would occur and people would say these things, and it's basically for us not to be discouraged. Where am I going with this? This is my message to all generals. The enemy doesn't waste his time attacking non-threats. Yeah, everybody can claim difficulties, hardship, pervasions, vicissitudes of a various nature. Okay? But how many of you who claim to be Christ's true soldiers, his true followers, can say that you meet the litmus test? Now, I'm not talking about the acidity test. I'm talking about the litmus test that scientists use to measure if something is true, if something is decisively so. Can we do that? Would y'all do that with me, with General? Would you take this litmus test from the scriptures to determine if you are the type of soldier for which the things that Jesus stated would happen are happening? I couldn't get that sentence. I know it's a run-on sentence. I'm sorry. Pull out my dusty, trusty. Y'all know I carry around all these books and things. This is where we're going to find our litmus test at. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. Take it from the litmus test. This is Matthew chapter 5, 10, and 11. And I'm paraphrasing, roughly speaking here. It's, happy are you when people reproach you, persecute you, and lyingly say every sort of wicked thing against you. Okay, that's the first test of a follower of Christ. That lying, every sort of lying and wicked thing is going to be said against you. How many of you can raise your hand and say that? Well, maybe a few. I know me, definitely. So just outright, downright lies. Lies actually with the intent of harming me, incarcerating me even. So let's put some specificity on that. Yeah, you lied too, but lying with an ultimate intent of removing and harming you. How many of you can raise your hands now? I can leave my hand up. How many of you can? Okay, let's go to the second litmus test. Matthew chapter 24:9 says, people will hand you over to tribulation and will kill you. How many of you have been handed over to the authorities and lyingly, actually, I have. Yep, I have. How many of you have been killed? Well, you can't raise your hand for that. How many of you have had attempted assassination attempts on you? I have 3 that I can definitively record and state. Yeah. Okay, let's go to, how many of you have that? Have any of you had that? No? You haven't had? Okay, well, let's go on to let's see what type of time we got left. Okay, let's go on to 2 Timothy 3, verse 12 of the litmus test. All those wanting to live with godly devotion, okay, it's going to be. Okay, here's another. Let's see here. Nope. There's more. Okay, here's the fourth one. Matthew 10, 17, 22. Jesus warns his disciples that they will be handed over to courts and the governors for his sake. Again, can any of you raise your hands on that? I have. I have been handed up to, lyingly, to judicial authorities, even, by those of within my own spiritual circle, actually. Let's see here. 20 speaks of believers subject to tribulation, death, and being hated by, nations. All right. Okay, guys, that's all I'm going to hit for now. I think I've made my point here, and I'm just saying that there are certain things that you can expect or should expect, and if these things aren't happening to you, you need to ask yourself if you're a threat to the kingdom of darkness. Measure yourself against these things and ask yourself, are you doing the work of the Lord? And see what answer you come out with. I just came out with a 3 minutes and 11 second video talking about some things. More is to come. But it's about healing, it's about love, it's about truth. Joe Lion out.